Roundtable! Woo!
Good afternoon, sir.
Good night.
Almost.
Good afternoon. Good
evening.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
How you doing, man? What's up, Nico? How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Trying to breathe with our shitty air quality here in Chicago.
Yeah,
It was a bit of a
no
struggle
AC
outside.
here. All that shit's crazy.
Yep.
We're still coming to you live from Ithaca, New York.
Hey, coming to you live from Ithaca, New York.
Or Elburn, Illinois, whatever. This is training camp battles. Training camp's upon us. What battles are we looking forward to? What are the ones that are going to make and break fantasy, right? Like, it could just be a quarterback position that could make or break a receiver, right?
Yep.
Things like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cross impact right now, right? Whether it's the guy that wins the receiver job is a certain type, whether it's the guy that wins the quarterback job is a certain type, and how they affect the players around them, and kind of how we view each one, and want to set the fans up to where, hey, in a few weeks you see this quarterback won that job. That means these are going to be the receivers you want to reach for, and not those. Kind of thing. So.
All right, but I do have a couple things for you per use. Did you hear about Nyheim Hines?
Yes, dude, that
Damn.
sucks. So my first react was, this
Damian
dumbass
Harris.
motherfucker is out there like ripping around on a jet ski,
Right,
like doing
right,
tricks and
right.
shit. Come to find out, he's sitting stationary, and someone ran into him, dude, and tore his ACL.
My first reaction was, I mentioned on the show that he was one of my worries about Damian Harris if he gets a third down role. I was like, hell yeah. Now, that's a little rough, and he's not dead. He's just out for the year.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminded me of, was Le'Veon Bell the one that hit him?
Oh,
Remember Le'Veon Bell, fat fucking jet ski?
right?
Is he still riding jet skis, 270 pounds?
I don't know. I thought maybe Antonio Brown, right? Like,
Could be either of those guys.
jumping out the water.
Yeah, right? Assaulting that girl in the pool.
Yeah.
But it brought me to thinking of, I don't know if you know about Aaliyah, right? She died in a kind of private plane. You know about this kind of thing because you work in aviation,
Yes,
correct?
I know about airplanes, little bits.
You do.
A little bit.
So, Aaliyah, those of you that don't know Aaliyah, she was the 14-year-old at the time, 14-year-old that R. Kelly married. Impregnated,
So crazy.
yes. Before all the crazy shit happened, the world allowed, the media allowed, the music industry allowed R. Kelly to impregnate, date, and marry a 13 or 14-year-old.
Whatever she was.
And this
yeah,
wasn't
it's
like
not-
Elvis Presley days, which is way different, right? Like, this is the 50s. This is
still
not the
crazy.
50s.
Yeah, still crazy.
Yeah, he did that on talk shows, laughing, giggling, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
She died. I didn't know this. I learned this at the bar. And I looked it up, fact-checked it before I bring it up to all you good people. She overloaded her plane with all her personal shit. It was too heavy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, as you can see, the boats have been fully loaded, and we haven't even taken on my hats and tea service.
They say you can't come.
You didn't let me finish. Certainly we can make room. I mean, who needs tea?
Yep.
And the pilot just flew it anyway.
Yeah, a pilot should have known better and put a stop to that, man. You can't let any kind of power, influence, money affect your safety, right?
But you have to, because if you don't, you get fired, you don't get work again.
Oh, well.
Kobe Bryant,
fly-
right? It's
fly
too fucking
somewhere else.
foggy.
Yeah.
We're flying. If you don't fly me, you're fired. You're never getting another job,
Yeah.
and and like your life's at risk. But like you think you can still do it because you're a
Be
bold
like,
pilot.
If I fly you, you might fucking die. Quit being stupid.
They don't give a fuck.
So, like, what it is center of gravity has to be maintained, right? An airplane can weigh so much in order to take off, but it's not just weight, it's how it's distributed in the aircraft to produce lift on the wings, right? You can't have it too tail heavy or too front heavy, like, has to be spread out. So, I don't know if you ever had the opportunity to fly commercial where there was very few people on a flight. Nowadays, right, they jam them off like
fucks
they're
it up.
fucking sardines in there. But, like, let's say there's a quarter of the people out of 100, only 25 are flying on that plane.
Yeah.
They can't all sit in the front rows, man. Like,
Right.
they will stagger you and be like,
Damn.
2 of you need to go there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, and like spread the load out.
Aaliyah didn't get that memo.
But you didn't. You
Okay,
didn't.
sorry.
That's terrible,
Rip,
dude.
pouring out for Aaliyah. Sorry. R. Kelly is probably, I don't know about him, but he's in
that-
prison.
fuck that
Fuck
piece
yeah,
of shit.
fuck that motherfucker.
I hope
All
he
right.
dies in a plane crash.
All right, let's go. Well, hopefully they transport him to like Oregon or something from Chicago and he dies in a plane crash.
Yeah, or they just throw him out.
Yeah, he's one of the few guys. R. Kelly, hey, fuck you, you fucking
Yeah.
pedophile. I hate pedophiles.
No, they're the worst.
I've been going on that for
They
a
should
while
die.
here.
We should kill all pedophiles.
Yeah, right. Or me and Cap had the thing where we should mark them, like Inglourious Bastards, where he puts the thing
Oh,
you can't
yeah.
remove.
I'm gonna give you something you can't take off.
We had a pedophile Zorro. They would
Okay.
go through and mark all the pedophiles, so then they have a mark saying P or something.
I get it.
Yeah. Training camp battles. That's what we do here.
Back in our lane.
What is your first training camp battle you're looking forward to seeing and is most impactful?
I think it's a pretty obvious one to a certain degree. I've had this discussion with a few people, and the response generally was, "Who the fuck cares who wins this one? It's not going to matter." And I think it's going to make a huge
Is it
difference.
Niners?
No, it's Tampa Bay. It's Mayfield versus Trask,
Okay.
and they're like, Tampa Bay is going to suck. Both those quarterbacks suck. I don't care who wins it. And I'm like, no, dude, Mayfield is a completely different animal than Trask.
Mm-hmm.
And the way Mayfield attacks the game and attacks downfield is going to benefit certain receivers.
Mike
right?
Evans.
I'm going to see Evans downfield, winning high-pointing balls, winning contested catches. Mayfield's going to take a shot, earn trust. Evans is the Mayfield pair, right? Godwin, running little short bullshit over the middle of the field, is going to get looked right past. Not maybe right past because Mayfield's short, but Godwin is the guy that if Trask wins it, I'm targeting Godwin.
I got it. And I agree, although if you saw that training camp or the early video of them all overthrowing little tight end routes, I never thought of that. And I saw that when I looked it up for like certain battles just to kind of cheat it. And I was like, who cares? Like everyone else said. And a good call because I feel like Baker Mayfield in general offers more upside because we've seen him throw 28 touchdown passes in the NFL.
You know he can do it, right?
Yes, but he's still Baker Mayfield.
And he's going to make a lot of mistakes, so don't draft Baker. I'm not saying
No, but it's for the other guys. Like we were talking about. It's not just the guy winning the job. Nice call.
Which one's better for Rashad White? Or don't you think that matters?
Probably Trask is going to dump it down more.
A little
Although Mayfield, the last couple games in the Rams, is dumping the ball down a bunch.
Yeah.
So, we don't know that, but the receivers is a very valid point. My first one, this is pretty obvious. It's Richardson versus Gardner Minshew. And this is big mostly for Richardson drafters, which I am not. Now, also in best ball, I'm not because there's an unknown.
Mm-hmm.
In redraft, I might not try on the table. I will do that and pair him with Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, etc. Right?
At the right price. I don't want to. I don't want
quarterback
to
12.
Richardson
If I wait,
yeah.
and if someone takes him at quarterback 9, good luck.
Exactly.
He might not even play, and we don't even know what he is when he does play.
And I like Minshew. I think Minshew is a very capable
Same.
quarterback in this league. And if they come out and are winning with Minshew, why would they switch?
So
is kind of the argument.
My thing is, it's about the ancillary pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Michael Pittman, number 1, right? I've been drafting Michael Pittman ADP 67 right now in underdog everywhere, just because I feel like even worst case scenario, Richardson's there, he's running, he's not providing the pocket quarterback or efficiency that a quarterback needs for him. He's still going to hit his ADP because we're talking wide receiver 31.
Yeah.
For Michael Pittman, who is a top 15 player in the league and is the number 1 there.
He's a good talent, and any number 1 alpha wide receiver is worth more than 31.
Michael Pittman's downside, even with Richardson being bad, is 36.
Yeah, and look
his
at,
upside is 12.
Look at teams that struggled with shitty quarterbacks last year, like Houston comes to mind with Davis Mills or their number 1 receiver almost always gets theirs, no matter what. No matter who's playing quarterback.
Unfortunately, Houston didn't have a number 1 receiver last year. It was Brandon Cooks for a little bit. But
Or,
he was still okay.
Arizona, right? When
yeah, Hopkins was fine. Brown was fine.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. What do you got for your second one there?
That's the second one I had, so we'll just right by that. But it's a really obvious one. We've talked a little bit about it, but I'm adding another line to this one, and it's the Philadelphia running backs room, right? Penny got the first carry on the first day of training camp, which means nothing to me, right? Just right here, this is how much he cares. Throw it away.
Yeah. Throw it.
Penny versus Swift versus Gainwell versus Scott versus your boy, my former boy,
Swift.
Trey Sermon.
Oh, well, Trey Sermon.
We got Trey Sermon's there. We got to throw him in the mix.
I love Trey Sermon.
I
love him.
So right now, Swift is by far the most talented running back in that backfield, but Penny's explosive when he's healthy. If they both stay healthy, who knows how it shakes out, 1A, 1B. I'm not mad at either one, but their volume is going to be capped. I want to almost try and get both.
Yes.
It's the Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon kind of role.
But
sometimes
because you're getting value on them all. They're not going 3rd and 6th round. They're going 7th and 10th round.
There may be weeks you play both and are okay with it, as much as Seattle
that's a
runs the ball.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the two. Gainwell, I think there's some recency bias with him doing so well in the playoffs. People are going to be higher on him than they should be. He's never been more than just a depth piece. I like his talent, but they don't seem to love him in Philadelphia, unless that changed in the playoffs last year.
My next one, Dolphins running back room.
Yep.
And this is also contingent on Dalvin Cook. But what I've been reading about Dalvin Cook is he might be suspended, which is a crazy world we're living in where, like, Alvin Kamara might only be suspended 1 or 2 games. We all thought 8. And now Dalvin Cook, for that whole thing where we thought was all bullshit, might be suspended. Why no one's touching him? But let's just go in the universe that he is not going to the Dolphins, which I thought they would already sign him by now.
He's not there now, right?
Right.
He did tweet an emoji with sunglasses that apparently meant he was going to Miami.
He's probably high. I mean,
He's
regardless, yes. Devin A-Chain, Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert. So it's a 3-headed monster, and that's what McDaniels does anyway, and that's what those disciples do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like A-Chain's the guy that I want to pay attention to in training camp because he has the possibility to have I'm going to call it a poor man's Alvin Kamara role his rookie year. 180 touches, right? 50 catches, 130 carries, and that offense can kill his ADP. His ADP is like 140 right now.
Yeah, it's just hard to know who's going to get that. Mostert's getting up there in age, but doesn't have a ton of miles. 1, because of injury, and 2, because he was a journeyman before he really showed up.
And Jeff Wilson's just a guy. Even though he's better than just a guy.
He was beating Wilson out in San Francisco. He's going to beat Wilson out there. Fully healthy, Mostert starts this year, I think, is the primary back. And as a chain comes on, and like you said, it's worth watching, the training camp battle. If he continues to come on, past the injury-prone Mostert that's, almost retired in running back years.
Yeah.
And take the rookie that's a potential value.
And the thing is, it's almost like watch training camp to see which one of Jeff Wilson or Mostert gets hurt.
Yeah.
Because then A-Chain is fucking a real deal, right?
Yeah.
All right, what's your next one?
Next one I got is another running back battle. I kind of went quarterback, running back, receiver is how I broke my battles down.
What a guy.
We seem to be hitting on point here. It's one that I don't think a lot of people are thinking about or realize it's maybe as relevant as it is, but it's Kenneth Walker against Zach Charbonnet. So Charbonnet's a complete back. He can do a little bit of everything. Story, thanks for the tip.
He's Matt Forte, man. That's what he is.
He turned me on to Charbonnet when we were doing draft analysis. I kind of overlooked him myself. And I know PD Sunshine doesn't have a propensity to use the rookie running backs as much, but I don't think you can risk injury to Walker as much as he was to that team. Charbonnet is going to have a role right away, and versus ADP plus handcuff plus injury, I'm not saying take Charbonnet over Walker by any means right now, but it's worth watching.
At ADP, yes.
Where those guys are at though, and how much
5th round, 4th round, and 9th round.
Yeah,
give me the guy that might split the work, and with injury, what's it going to be? Who's going to vault their ADP more?
Yeah.
Obviously, the 10th round guy that is a pass catcher.
But if for some reason it's one of the other backs in Seattle, it's getting the work, and Charbonnet doesn't appear to be the number 2,
right? The Rashad Penny treatment.
Then go.
Right.
Know?
Yeah, I like that. Super smart shit. Next one for me is, I had that as well, actually, so we're going to see more of that. It's the Chiefs wide receiver room, which is a mess. So we have Juju Smith-Schuster gone. Yeah. Our boy McCole Hardman gone. I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm guessing it's about 180 targets vacated. Yeah, Kelsey's there. And also, I love Kelsey, but if the guy's got to get injured at some point.
At some point, he's got to slow down.
He's missed 1 game ever from COVID?
It's insane.
Bro, he plays tight end. Kittle can't fucking play 12 games in a year. Again, he's not as physical a player as Kittle. He's still playing that position. Yeah. So here's the receiving room right now. It's Kadarius Toney, Rashee Rice, the rookie, Richie James, who they brought in from the Giants, and then you have my personal guy, Sky Moore. Those guys all vying for fucking 3 spots, we'll say.
Is MVS still there?
MVS as well. Sorry, okay. So I think MVS is kind of just having his role, right?
I think so too.
Playing the X, running deep. Yeah. That's what he does.
Yeah. Richie James had a lot of hope for when he was drafted by the Niners. Thought he'd grow into something. Seen him have a little success with the Giants, but I don't think he's the one who breaks it open in this offense.
He could become who's the running back there that's been killing it? He could become Jared McKinnon.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
There's a world.
But no, for me, it's Toney, Rice, and Sky Moore.
And Tony just had a knee scope.
And Tony's hurt again. Hurt again.
Had to clean cartilage out of his knee.
And his ADP is 72. Yeah. So, my Sky Moore love.
Yeah.
I think you like Rashee Rice more than I do.
I was on Sky Moore last year and got a little let down. I had the expectations there. And I'm going to hit the repeat button and try it with Rice.
Right. And MVS is a moron. He can't catch. He has one role. He's okay. He has a big body. He's fast.
Right through.
But, he's still, if he does some dumb shit, he hasn't proven. I know they won a Super Bowl with him, but he could lose in the pecking order. So it's all these guys lumped into one. It's mostly I'm looking at Toney and Sky Moore and Rashee Rice. Is Rashee Rice playing? a lot early on, and is Sky Moore getting all the snaps?
Yep.
And is Tony healthy, right? Like those three things.
So it's a lot to watch. It's almost as much as the Giants room. Like, and I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want any of the Giants.
You don't have that as one of your games?
It's
well, let's bridge that to the Giants room real quick because it's insane. I have the Giants as my next one.
How the fuck, one, can you sort it? And two, why the fuck do you want any of it?
Because it's Danny Dimes throwing to running backs and running.
I'm out.
Right?
Like, I don't want a single receiver there.
So the Giants receiver room is Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell, Jalen Hyatt, Sterling Shepard, Jamison Crowder, and I believe I read they signed Cole Beasley.
Yep.
Another slot receiver. So we have Hodgins, I'm going to call him a mini slot. Slayton's outside, Paris Campbell slot. Hyatt is he's a deep threat, but he is a slot. Sterling Shepard, definitely a slot. Jamison Crowder, slot. And Cole Beasley, only a slot.
Hyatt and Crowder, maybe you could play outside a little, but otherwise they're all slot receivers. Like,
does Brian Daboll think he's in Vegas playing slots?
Yep.
Like, is that all he's doing? Like, oh, slot machines.
So he's going to have 4 wide receivers set, and they're all going to be on the hash marks.
I'm like, hey, Daboll, hey. You know there's blackjack over here, right? There's
Yeah.
Keno, there's roulette, there's
Lots of
craps. He's like,
options.
I'm playing slots.
Yep, I like these guys.
This is fucking crazy. And again, I'm just bringing it up because if someone kind of separates, right?
Well, 2 of them just got put on the pup, and it's Shepard, and I can't remember the other one.
Dude, we didn't even talk about the guy from last year who's a rookie. The guy that's amazing. Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yes.
We didn't even talk about Wan'Dale Robinson. He's a slot.
He's the one that I like the athlete upside the most out of this entire
Wan'Dale's
bunch.
great.
Yeah. And
What is this?
In the jet sweeps, the reverses, those things are Wan'Dale type of play. Crowder's done it though too, you know. But
And so is Cole Beasley. So maybe
Beasley's
you're
too
right.
old to do that
We
now.
should probably just ignore all this because
all
there's
of
too
them.
much. There's too much.
I didn't put it on my list.
Yeah.
I can't sort it. I don't want any of it.
I just like Hodgins popped last year. Slayton has popped. Paris Campbell had a great year last year. Jalen Hyatt was drafted in the fucking should have been the first round, but was a third round guy. Sterling Shepard's been solid. Jamison Crowder's been good.
Right.
Wan'Dale Robinson, I like.
Dude,
that's so many
I got
guys.
to figure it out. I know the answer. You know which giant receiver you draft? With the last
Darren Waller.
With the last pick in your draft, you look at all their profile picks, and whichever one you're most attracted to, draft him.
Ooh.
That's
what
it.
my wife would do.
Exactly.
What colored jersey she likes the most? What do you got for your next one?
Next one I got jumping into the receivers. I know this one's gonna hit home with you. Carolina receivers. The world seems to think Thielen is clearly the best receiver there, and the battle is between Mingo and Marshall. But I say the battle's between all 3 of them.
Thielen's a tight end. So
I want to see how it shakes out. Yes, and they're not even they're. I don't know. I don't know what the world's thinking right now, but Thielen's the clear wide receiver 1 there, and I don't get it, man. We know our love for Mingo. I think he's a freak athlete. He's got some things he needs to clean up, but he's got size. He can block. He can run after the catch.
You have the Debo roll.
I think he's the one who earns trust on short, quick slants with Bryce Young, more so than Marshall, who's that, I think, a little bit deeper.
Did you mention
threat.
DJ Chark?
Oh, shit, I forgot all about him.
DJ Chark.
Yep.
And I love Terrace Marshall, the prospect, because he's an LSU guy.
Yeah, I put Chark on the outside and I let him do his thing, and I guess I didn't really think about it.
So if anything, Thielen's not going to see the field because I want to see Terrace Marshall, I want to see DJ Chark, I want to see Mingo out there. Give the fucking kids some playmakers, not an old steady that can't get open. If anything, line them up and have him block. Let's have Thielen as a blocker.
Yeah.
Do you have any other ones?
I do. I got a couple more.
That's all I got.
The Indianapolis slot wide receiver, because they're not the Giants. They don't have a lot of slots.
Josh
there.
Downs.
Yep, Downs, and the other one competing is former Buffalo Bill Isaiah McKenzie. I like McKenzie. I thought he was going to have a bigger role in Buffalo than what he ended up having. I get that. But
that's an issue.
And then is it Minshew or is it Richardson? I don't
really
care.
I want this guy to be my porn, but can he get an erection? No, but he's got a huge hog. Like, can we prop it up with some
he continues to get signed by NFL teams for a reason. Like, there is some capability.
Right, he's got a huge dick, but they're all like, can this guy get hard? And
so
he
you're
can't.
saying it's already Downs? You're counting McKenzie out
yes.
for the slot receiver?
Yes, he can't catch. He can't get hard. That's a problem for me if I'm trying to film a porn or trying to run an NFL team.
Downs may not stay healthy at his size.
And he can't even handle a handoff, dude.
Yeah, he's already been injured.
Wow, it's not good.
So
he comes before he even gets hard. Like, dude, sorry, all the sex jokes for McKenzie. Hey, McKenzie's made more money than I'll ever make.
Right?
He's way more established. Sorry,
yes.
McKenzie. I gotta preface this with all the guys I fucking bash.
Yeah.
But
we still deep down respect all of you.
No we do. Okay, I like that. All right, this was fun. Training camp battles.
One more.
We got another
One
one?
more.
Wow.
One
What do you got?
All right.
Bring it on.
This one is in Stories lane. I want Stories taken on the next
We'll
show.
get
I
it.
want
Yeah.
to know his.
Yeah. Well,
But Los Angeles Rams wide receivers, obviously Cooper Kupp, right? No question there.
Right.
But who is it after Kupp? I'm not convinced that it's Van Jefferson. I think a lot of the NFL world is convinced it's Jefferson.
he's the outside guy, though.
Yeah.
So
Okay, leave him out there. But
Tutu Atwell doesn't count.
is it Atwell?
No.
Skoranek or Nakua?
Uh,
Who's going to win that battle for the
Puka
third
Nakua
receiver?
is going to be on the field, but not outside. So it's really Van Jefferson versus Skoranek, and Skoranek is very unathletic.
Man, yeah. So you
Van
think-
Jefferson's the guy on the
So
outside.
you think it's Jefferson?
I know it's
and
Jefferson.
Kupp? Okay.
And Nakua. And again,
That's it. That's the 3 wide receiver set.
pay attention to training camps because this show's all about.
Because I see a world where it could be Atwell.
Really?
Beating out Nakua. I mean, until I see it, I like
He's
Nakua's
tiny,
talent,
though,
but
bro.
I know.
Tiny.
You've seen a lot of tiny wide receivers come in the league this year. Some of them are going to work.
He's the very small penis that can get hard. But like, it's like, do you want to show this on your porn? Like, you can't even see it. Like, holy shit! All right, man. Rob's Roundtable, Professional Fanatics. Check it out. If you're still watching, which I'm sure no one's even watched in the beginning, that'd be sweet. Share, like, subscribe, do all these things. Look at this guy. He's
Do
so
us-
fucking
Do
good.
us the things. Do the
Yeah,
things
do
for
it.
us.
Do it. We love it.
And it's been a complete joy.
You got a pool over there?
We have a pond in the back. We have a pool and a pond. A pond would be good for you. Natural spring.
Oh, yeah, or the pool or the pond. Anything would be good.